from the size of it, I feel that the capacity of the nuclear warhead that the BrahMos missile can carry is of a low yield tactical size. Okay, you feel that way, sir? Very good. Now, what do we know about the BrahMos? It can carry a warhead which is 200 kilos or 300 kilos, depending on which BrahMos variant we are talking about. I think the naval BrahMos can carry a warhead of 200 kilos, and the land-based one or the air-based one may have about a capacity of 300 kilos. I'm not sure which variant has which capacity, but there is a 200 kilo capacity and there's a 300 kilo capacity. So you feel, sir, that this capacity is of a low yield tactical nuclear warhead size. When you talk about a tactical warhead, you're talking about maybe 10 kilotons, 20 kilotons, 30 kilotons. That sort of yield, explosive yield, right? So that's what you say. Now let me put some facts across. If you look at plutonium, see, typically nowadays we don't use uranium weapons. We use plutonium weapons, or we use weapons that have uranium as well as plutonium. Uranium triggers the blast, and then there's a secondary fusion reaction that takes place in which plutonium is fused or fissioned or whatever, depending on what kind of warhead you're using. So if you have a fission bomb, it's a less efficient bomb than a thermonuclear warhead, which is a fission fusion reaction, a primary fission reaction that gives rise to a secondary fusion reaction. That's a different kind of thing. So if you have a fission bomb, it's going to be kind of inefficient. Now, the Hiroshima bomb, which was very heavy, it gave a blast yield of 15 kilotons, I believe. And the Nagasaki warhead gave a yield of 21 kilotons of TNT. Right? Now, let's take a look at existing thermonuclear warheads that we know about. We don't know the kind of thermonuclear warheads we have in our arsenal. We, India, have in our arsenal. It has never been made public. We have thermonuclear warheads for sure. Now, let's take a look at a few American thermonuclear warheads. So there is the W-76 warhead, whose weight is 164 kilograms. It has a blast yield of 100 kilotons. That is massive. That is not a small, low yield tactical warhead. That's a strategic kind of blast. I mean, strategic tactical depends on how far you send it. But so that's not a low yield. 100 kilotons. Its weight is 164. You can easily put it inside a BrahMos. The W-89 warhead of the Americans, it has a weight of about 150 kilos. Its yield is 200 kilotons, which is massive. Twice that of the W-76. Then you have the W-87 nuclear warhead, which is a thermonuclear warhead. All three of these are thermonuclear warheads. So the W-87 has a weight of 200 kilos. It has a yield of 400 kilotons of TNT, which is massive. So all three of these warheads can easily fit inside any BrahMos missile. So that's not low yield. Assuming India also has thermonuclear warheads that are similar to these family of warheads of the US, then we would also be able to place a high yield thermonuclear warhead inside a BrahMos missile, right? Possibly which has a yield of 400 or 500 kilotons of TNT, almost half a megaton of TNT if you have developed that sort of warhead. So the BrahMos is not going to carry a low yield tactical warhead. It's going to carry a massive sub-megaton nuclear warhead, most likely. There you have it.